So here, instead of half an angle, or half angles, I have double angles. If I'm going to solve this, I have to have them both written in terms of cosine x. So I can use one of the double angle formulas to turn that into cosine x. In fact, cosine 2x is equal to 2 times cosine squared x minus 1. Now this one's quadratic at this point. So I subtract cosine x from both sides. That gives me 2 times cosine squared x minus cosine x minus 1 equals 0. And we factor this. 2 cosine x is 2 cosine x. Okay, what can I multiply to get negative 2 that I can add to get negative 1? Well, it's negative 2 and positive 1. I have too many 2's, so I'm going to divide out a 2 here. That's going to leave me with cosine x minus 1 times 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. This is the zero product property. So I have cosine x minus 1 equals 0. So cosine x equals 1, which means x is 0 in this interval. Okay. This is 2 cosine x plus 1 equals 0. So 2 cosine x equals negative 1. So cosine x equals negative 1/2. The unit circle tells me that x has to be 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. So here I have 3 solutions. Another one. I have 4 times sine theta cosine theta equals root 3. Well, I know that root 3 over 4 is not on my unit circle, so I don't want to divide both sides by 4. What I do know is that 4 is 2 times 2. If I divide both sides by 2 now, it's going to leave me 2 sine theta cosine theta on the left equal to root 3 over 2. Now that is on the unit circle. But first I gotta figure out what the heck's going on in here. Well, 2 sine theta cosine theta is sine 2 theta. Okay. Well, at this point I have an angle. I can just take not an equation, I can just take sine inverse of on both sides and get out an answer. But I have too many numbers here. I'm not supposed to have a number here. When I have a number here, I have to change my interval. If theta is in the interval 0 to 360, then 2 theta is in the interval 0 to 720. So I have to find every angle that spits out root 3 over 2 when you take sine of it on this interval. Okay. Well, 2 theta, 60 degrees, 120 degrees, 420 degrees, and 480 degrees. Divide everything by 2. You get theta equals 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 210 degrees, and 240 degrees. Alright, so that's if I want the answers in a specific interval. If I want all the answers, all possible answers, remember I have to deal with the period. So if this was sine 2 theta in the long run, then that means b is 2. The period, how often it repeats, is 2 pi over b, 2 pi over 2, or just pi, or 180 degrees. Since our interval here is in degrees. Okay. So this function repeats every 180 degrees. So I take these two basic answers and repeat them every 180 degrees. And we do that by adding integer multiples of 180.